Hello, family and friends. Good morning. How are you doing? I welcome you to this beautiful day, also to this live broadcast, and encourage you to join me as we seek and spread knowledge without fear or favor. So you're welcome. Join me. Let us give them what we have so that we can have more. All right. So I want to speak on what I titled laborer or liability. Are you a laborer or a liability, either to yourself or to the world? So, myself, especially, good morning, my dear. Myself, especially, I've experienced both of them, both being a laborer and being a liability, of course. And one of the things religion makes people that say they are men of God is liability, make them liability. You know, they rely on people, exploiting people, which I will talk about later. So when you're talking about liability, you're talking about burden, being burden to others. You know, nobody found it funny to carry other persons, you know, but at least in the time of, maybe in the time of need, like when you see soldiers in the war front, when their colleague is hurt or being shot and they still breathing, you know, even sometimes dead, they still, you know, carry him, you know, to their side. Good morning, Steve. So, being a burden to others or being a disadvantage, that's what it means to be a liability. You know, being a leech. A leech is like a parasite, always sucking, you know, sucking blood from others, like preying on others or it clings on others. So instead of being yourself, instead of living your life, instead of doing things for yourself, and be, as my people always say, a man. A man's supposed to be able to provide for himself and for his family. That's part of what makes a man a man. A man shouldn't be a liability. But as the system of the world has destroyed the family structure we have as Africans today, those things does not apply anymore. You know, you see people going to other people for help or that. So, and recently I decided to do this. Like, if you come to me for help, before you come to somebody or you go to somebody that is not from your family for help, make sure you have already met everybody in your family. But when you talk about family, the family we know today is my father, my mother, my siblings. That's it. Nobody talk about kindred, kinsmen. Nobody talk about kindred. Nobody even talk about village anymore. We call it villa now because it's nothing. It's not. It's something. Some place we go at the end of the year to show how much we have saved from January to December. So when you're talking about family, how about your uncles, your aunts? You know, you have family, big family. As African, we always come from big family. There's no small family in Africa, because family is beyond, oh, we have the same parents. You know, it's kindred, people that came, they know they came from their ancestors. That's what made them family. They have that family name that they be. But today, see, we change our family names. I changed my own from Ezanwe to Ezebube, right? Now I'm changing it back to Ezanwe. Okay, so you see, we change it today. Some of us are having sex with our relations without knowing it. I mean, you know, somebody that maybe that's your cousin or something like that, and close one at that it's not supposed to be, because they are bearing another name. So maybe sometimes when you go to family reunion or gathering, or maybe at the end of the year you go to a village, you find out, oh, we are related, but it's already happened. And nothing happened though. So it's already happened. So leech, I mean, being a leech or being a liability burden, it's not, sometimes it may be temporal, but if it becomes a lifestyle, if it becomes something you think you can be using, taking advantage of others, that is very bad. Okay. So I made that post earlier. I said a poor laborer is better than a rich thief. It's better I labor in my village, Ibobo Muchu. It's better I go back in my village, Ibobo Muchu, than to be a thief in America, a rich thief at that. I rather go back to my village laboring, because a rich thief in America, one day you'll be caught and thrown in jail, right? So it's either you stop it or they stop you. So a poor laborer is better than rich thief. Although people praise the rich thief, they don't care about the poor laborer. The poor laborer is not, although the poor laborer is the one that is supplying the food they are eating. They don't care about poor laborer. What they care about is the rich thief, politicians, clergymen, all those rich thieves. They care about them. When I was growing up, some of you that are within the range of my age, you know the slogan that people always used to maybe equate a poor person. He said, "As poor as church rat." Nobody say that anymore. You can't see church rats are no longer poor. Church rats used to be ministers of God, pastors, priests. They used to be called church rats until Pentecostal came. So whether it's Roman Catholic, Anglican, all the ministers, because they were depending on the congregants, congregations to be providing for them. So they are church as poor. They don't have their own whatever. They depend on them in those days when they still have a little bit of holiness in them, a little bit. But now there's no holiness in any man of God. All of them are greedy. All of them are thieves, robbers. They are robbing people, telling you, "Oh, I care for your soul." They don't care for your soul. Anyone that is collecting your money as tithes and offering don't care for your soul. Because if they care for your soul, they will tell you the truth that, listen, you don't need to be giving tithes and offering. You just give whatever comes to your mind, and you don't supposed to be coming to them in the name of going to church or going to mosque or going to worship God. They will tell you the truth. Anyone that cares for your soul will tell you the whole truth, not half truth. Half truth is still a lie. So that's why they will preach you heaven, hell, and all that to keep you coming, lying to you. Tell you, as I also said, people talk about morality. I'm against religion, but I support their morality. Religious morality will keep you in bondage. All those things they teach is just to keep you coming to them, depending on them. And when you come to them, they solve your problem. They also demand money, so you have to give it, because at least you have that idea of, okay, they solved my problem. They didn't solve your problem. No pastor can solve your problem. No God can solve your problem. No church can solve your problem. No religion can solve your problem. You are the one that have to work to solve your problem. But I want you to remain a liability to them also, spiritual liability. Spiritually, you depend on them. Them physically, they depend on you. So they are a liability to you. You are a liability to them. And that's why the birds of same feather flock together. But all of you are liabilities. So you have to wake up. Some liabilities are not lazy. When you see some people that are liability, they are not really lazy. They are not lazy. Very smart people, very strong people are that. These people that are not lazy, but they love to take advantage of others. You see them going from house to house, from bus stop to bus stop. They know all the various bus stops because the people that they start money from, or they take advantage of, live in those areas. Oh, you know that bus stop in Okota, they call the name. Yeah, I have an uncle living there. My aunt lived there. I have a good friend living there. Oh, yeah. I used to know some of the bus stop because as a pastor, I used to go to people's house begging for money for work of God, money to print a bill, all those nonsense. Why I say I am serving God? Where is God when I'm going to beg people for money to do his work? But that's what I believe. I believe God called me. I believe I'm a man of God. And you can see it when I minister. I gave my life into that. That nearly messed me up. But I say, no, this is not that. I was not a liability. When I was doing business with my father at the old motors papers, my father did not give me a kobo to start my own. But I was in his shop making my own money. He gave me a counter. We call it counter. Part of that's part where my own motor pass is, and I was having them. And that's one of the things that corrupted, because I was making money that time. That's when I know I have ability to create. That's why I know that Igbo tribes, in fact, this Igbo tribe, they have inbuilt ability to manufacture things. I begin to, there's something I take out of the car and remake it. And Taizim people were rushing it. And that's how part of the way I make money then. But it entered my head, I want to become a millionaire than that, because the more you get, the more you want. If you're really greedy, or if you really want to, get something instead of exercising patience. So some liability, some people who you think they are liability, they are not. Actually, they are not lazy, but they love taking advantage of people. Some liability are landowners, but they are too lazy, or too lady, whatever it is. So some liabilities, they are landowners. They have land. They can work and make something, but they are too lazy to tend the land. They are too lazy to take care of that land. They are too lazy, but they go about chasing for already made money, already made riches from people. Oh man, you have made it. Okay, boom, boom. They want to take from you. How can I make money so quick? Bam, 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 bam. Okay, I can join the gang and make money, all that. But they have land, which is part of what is destroying Africa today. Africans have land, but they don't care about their land. What do they care about? Oh, oil money. America, abroad, go make dollars, go make pounds, go make money, go and make money and come home. So when I hear people say, those people living abroad, bring your money home, I say, why? What of the money? Why can't we make money in our home? That's why we are running away from our homes, from our land. Myself included, but my main purpose of coming to America was not come to make money in America and bring to my place. No. I'm not saying God is my witness because it does not exist. I'm telling you, if you like, take my word for it or not. But that is the truth from the depth of my heart. And anyone that knew me, even when I was a minister, when I was talking about traveling to America, then you will know I'm saying the truth. My main purpose of coming to America was to create that access. And I have already done that. So America is not my heaven. I don't respect people because they come from abroad. Even when I was in Nigeria, I never do that. I believe if you want to make money, go and make money. To make money, you have to be dirty. If you want to be rich, there is no nice person that is rich. You have to be mean to be rich. A rich man is a very mean man, because if you're not mean, you're going to be giving people, then you will never be rich. So if you want to be organized, if you want to be rich, you have to be if somebody some people, they won't give you when they are gathering. It's after they finish gathering. In other words, when they become rich, they say, come now, I can, because even if that person give you the huge amount you think is huge, to him it's a small amount, it's nothing. Like a billionaire giving you 1 million, it's nothing to him. Real billionaire. So that's how some people live. I've met a rich man who used to be my ex-in-law. He said, listen, I don't have money to just give people. I have money. I would use it to do business, but the only time I can touch any amount of money from that money is when it comes to life and death matter. And that's what that man is. A very nice man. He helps people. He helps the poor. But he never lost his mind. You know, when it comes to business, you want to continue, because business is full of competition. If you don't have money, you cannot. He was an importer, and he's still an importer. He still import goods. So he needed money, but you cannot just come and cry, hey, I need money to pay my children's school fees. He just give you money. No, it's not life and death issue. But if you say, oh, somebody's in the hospital, need money to put blood or to help the person, boom, you will see him bring it. So it's not like some stupid people that they have money, they can't give their relations, but they donate to the church. When you have money, I have one uncle that did that. And it's not good, because at the end, it will work against you. It's better you help people than helping churches. Because it is your people that, it is those people that will help you. Even when there's problem in your family, those people can come and help you because they are part of you. Church is not part of you. That's why they can desert you anytime, because you stupidly believe their lies and they turn you into liability. So some liability of people that are liability, they are landowners, but they don't care about what is in the land. They care about what they see around. I want to have that car. I want to have, so I want to make money anyhow to get it. And some of them end up in prison. Some of them died without having it. Very few of them will have it also, because no matter what, there are some people that succeed in stealing and all that, and they work for them, and they call it the blessing of God. Of course, everything that is good, they give it to God. If it's bad, they look for Satan somewhere under their feet. All right. So some liability also are not poor or lazy, but they are greedy. They are greedy and never satisfied with what they have. They never. Most women fell in that category. You see, women that, you know, they call them is shopaholic or whatever. They go shopping. No matter how many clothes they have, no, they see another woman, another girl wearing that clothes. I'm going shopping. I'm gonna get it. They never satisfied with what they have. They are not lazy. They are not poor, but they are greedy. Many men also fall into that. You see a poor man, a man that you know, that is not poor, he's not lazy, but you say, where is his money? Where is his money going? Because he's buying expensive things. He see others having it. He just have it, and some of them, they are not using those things. They are buying. You see other people buying dog. He buy dog, whether he need it or not, just to show off. So that is what also happens. Some people are not poor, they are not lazy, they are greedy. And most poor people in Africa have greediness. Africans don't have poverty problem as they made us believe. Africans are not lazy as they made us believe. Most Africans are suffering from greed. They are greedy. You see a poor person, you know, he or she is suffering from that greed. He wants it to be like this. He wants his children to be like that. I remember one poor woman that told his children that when she died, they must put him in mortuary and ambulance bring her dead body to the compound with siren. She want to hear. And you think she's poor. She's very poor. And the lazy bit, she said she want way. Because she thinks that's how you carry rich people. So carry me like a rich people. You see, people they don't have, but they dress better or they dress more, spend money on clothing or dress more than the rich people. Some people we borrow to buy car, borrow to buy clothes. But when it comes to the important thing for their life, instead of them to borrow to do that, they say, no, let me be suffering. They'll be suffering there. Some of them have some disease or sickness that are suffering. They won't spend money to go and treat themselves first, but they will spend money they will borrow even money to buy clothes, buy shoes, buy hair, just to show up. Then one day you hear they died. You say, what happened? Oh, he was sick or she was sick. He died. So don't be a liability. But let me ask you this question. Can you survive or live well without money? Can you do that? If you ask me, I will say yes. Of course, you can survive and live well without money. Because you can work, you can make money, you can make things and sell them as money. You can be a laborer. A laborer is not a liability. You can tend and keep your land because you will reap what you sow. And when you reap what you sow, you can sell that and make money out of it. So you can live well without money. Before people brought money, people were living. Mankind existed before money. Our people were living without money. Human beings were living. You were not born with money. Money is man-made. Money never make a man. Money cannot make you. You are the one that can make money. So you say, what if I don't have land to make things? Then I ask you the question I asked before. Where is your family? How can you say you don't have land? Did you fall from the sky? You came from this earth. Your parents, all of us came from it. You have land. That's why it is called family. If you don't have land, your uncle have. There are people that have. They can give you land to cultivate and have your own thing. Okra and werubo. But many of us, we don't consider farming as anything. Why? All the money you make in this world, what are the only two things you need in this world to survive? Food and water. Food and water. If you don't have money, you can make food. If you don't have money, there is water. Free. You say, even when I was growing up in my village, we used to go on Pachi looking for yam. I don't know how they call it in English, but let me explain it. That's after the harvest season, especially when spring comes, when the people started farming, then the people or poor people or children, like kids, like my grandmother was not poor. I was living with her in the village, but I want to have my own yam or my own thing, do my own thing. We take basket or we take bag, begin to enter bush or the places people cultivated last year, but because you can't cultivate in the same land every year. So you give a land rest before they stole it and put it Sabbath day in the Bible. Our people, we used to do that. We respect land. You don't cultivate land every time. So, and that's how we treat human beings. You don't become burden to people. You live very well. We go looking. How do you know there is yam there? You see the omeji, the tender, this thing spread out. Okay, you dig and see the yam. That's how some people started feeding their family. That's how some people, or in the night we go to look for snails. You used to do that, right? Or we go on back. You go and begin to, as students in the village that time, you go on back on Baka. All those things you gather there, you make money. And some of us, we make money even to pay our school fees when our parents are poor. Our parents don't have it. Or when the uncle or people in the family is suppressing your mother because your father is dead. You see some children manage to grow up until maybe they go out to do boy to somebody and become somebody today. But today you see like people that think they cannot live and survive without money. That's why we run away from our villages, because money is the main thing we see. Money is the king of the world. Money is the God everybody worship. You can't tell me you don't worship money. Of course. Have financial problem and see how your blood pressure will go high. No matter how you say your God is mighty, when you have financial problem, you will see that money is mightier than God. When you have financial problem, you see that money is mightier than Jesus. Because at the money, every knee bows. Your pastor bows. Your God bows. Without money, your church will not function. Without money, your ministry will not go. They tell you that you need money to do this. How can you say you need money to do this when you said there is power in the name of Jesus, and with God all things are possible? It's not with God. It is with money. It is with man. It's not with any God. So wake up, my people. Always know that you have a family. Away from family makes one a liability. When you are away from your family, you become a liability automatically. And that's why our ancestors never want their children to travel abroad. That's to leave their boundaries, to go and live in another man's land. They want their children to be around. If you're hungry, there must be someone in the family that can provide for you. But they think is, they are primitive people, they are not civilized. What do you mean they are not people that have a culture? You said they are not civilized. You are the one that is not civilized by going out against them. They are civilized in their own way. That is civilization. It has nothing to do with having flashy things. Nonsense. I'm having flashy life too. Away from your family will make you a liability. You see the story in the Bible in Luke chapter 15 about the prodigal son. They call it prodigal son, right? Immediately he took his thing and left his family. He began to suffer there because he cut away from his source. Is it not what they did to all the Africans they brought to America and the Caribbeans? They cut them off from their family and begin to use them as slaves. They became liability to them. So they can treat them as property instead of as people. So when you distance yourself, when you go away from your family, you become a liability to others in times of need. Instead of you enjoying brotherhood, now you become a beggar. Brotherhood is there to keep you in the hood, make you live okay in the hood. Even in the time of famine, there must be brother or sister there to help you. But once you leave, you depart from that family. That's how you keep going from office to office, asking strange people for help. And some of them sometimes ask you that silly question. Are you telling me there's no one in your family that can help you? Which is a nice question too. But you know, you can, it's nobody. It's just me and my children. It's just me. Excuse me. You have family from your children's father's side, and also you have family from your own side. That's what I asked that when I was still a Christian. The guy that I brought his family to America. They won lottery visa. The guy was in America working, waiting to raise money to bring his children. He's a Yoruba man. I never met him before. Because that's what type of Christian I used to be. I used to be that serious. I wanted to be like Jesus, doing whatever Jesus commanded in the Bible. I value spiritual family than physical family without knowing there was nothing like spiritual family. It's religious family. They make us confused. They separate us from our real family and make us form what we call spiritual family. You say help those that they need, especially the household of faith. Fuck household of faith. Have faith, household of faith. Now, the man has been laboring. He's a good born-again Christian, both in Nigeria and in America. I asked him a question. Are you telling me all this while your church, your family, he said all they can raise is 100,000. And they got a wife and the 3 children. All they need is to buy the plane ticket. Then they will be in America. I happened to go to Nigeria. That's 2007. In September, I went to Nigeria. Now, before I went to Nigeria, I brought out my credit card and I paid for their what do you call it, air ticket. The man was, I just know him through one Mr. Felix from Ogidi. I met Mr. Felix in a bus, in a public, because that time I was not driving and we just came. Both of us came 2004. I started driving, I think, June 2005 in America. But I came September 2004. So it was not up to 6 months that I came to America or something like that. About 6 months, that's when immediately, because I came start working. I didn't come as illegal immigrant. I came with my papers, of course. Lottery visa. I won it, okay? Or we won it. I came as a family, right? So when I went to Nigeria, the man's wife with the man's brother came to my hotel room in Festac, Lagos. The woman said she just came to see the man that never knew them, but did this for them. Now, as a Christian that time, I was doing it as a work of God, as helping brethren, because I believe if we have faith in one God, we're supposed to be one. But see, people that say they have faith in one God, they are divided, killing each other. Muslims that say they believe in Allah, they still have division among them, killing each other. Christians, they say they believe in one God, one Jesus, one Holy Spirit. They still hate themselves, killing themselves. Where is the brotherhood? And it's the same thing we lost in our land. They destroy brotherhood and make us liabilities. We begin to rely. We begin to rely on strangers. Many of us, we don't know who are our uncles anymore. Because everybody changed their last name now. You don't know who before. When you say your last name, you say you are from so place. People will know your family. They know people that bear that name. But today somebody will just come out, boom. Like before, when you said Ezangwe, they know Ezangwe people. But if you say Ezebube now, some people that don't know my father has changed his name to Ezebube with me, you know, we think Ezebube, Ezebube, Ezebube. It's only the people that know him now that we know him. But when you say Peter Ezangwe, boom, they tell you, oh, Rock of Ages. They tell you where he is. They tell you the type of man he is, because my father is a very good man. Okay. But religion messed him up too. Just as religion messed me up before I came out, and I hope he will also come out from that dungeon of lies and deception. Brotherhood, that's what we're supposed to embrace. When we embrace brotherhood, all these people becoming a beggar. You see a woman, he say, I'm a widow, I need help. They've been an association of widows. Nonsense. Our ancestors didn't have that. Association of what? What family? How can you be a widow in a family? Your husband died, then you are young, you have husband, younger brother remarry you. You don't want, okay, then you leave, follow the custom or the tradition of the people, then marry somebody else. Widows association. Young, I think soon they'll be having a young men association or widowers association. Nonsense. Because they kill brotherhood. Labor is defined as a physical or mental exertion, especially when difficult or exhausting is exhausting. That's work, working hard. You work. You put your hand to work. A laborer think with his brain and work with his hands to provide for himself and for his family. You say you are working. Why are you working? To buy a house? To buy a car? That's why you're working? The main reason for working is to provide for yourself and your family. And you come first, because if you are the one that make the money, be forced to eat the money. That's what I did. Even when I came to America, I said, listen, I won't be working and sending the money for somebody else to be enjoying, because I see many people. And then I met a man, he said, I will never send a dime to my people in Nigeria anymore. I said, what happened? How about your parents? He said, there was. He said, all the money I sent to them to do something for me, boom, they eat all the money, doing nothing. So the guy have to enter school again. In other words, he abandoned his people, because that's what they have done. They have destroyed family values in our land. Your parents can eat your money just because you're in abroad. They just use this money, do this. They eat it. They don't care. The guy vowed he will never send money to his people in Nigeria. He did not wish that before. He was doing everything happily as a family man. But if you ask me, religion, of course, religion contributed to that. Maybe the parents have been owing money in the church. Some of you, your parents are owing money in the church. They are expecting money to clear that debt. Why should anybody owe money to church? Why should anyone, tell me, there's no reason for anyone that goes to church should owe money to church. He said there's, Ogo Court, Ogonka, Egonka, you did not pay this. And they keep the register. And they tell you God does not keep the record of sin. But they keep the record of your bad people. And then we read Ephesians chapter 5 verse 1. Dear children, be like your father, oh God, which God? In my imaginary God. That's why you do many imaginary things. Some things you never expected you're supposed to be doing. Abandoning your family for church. Your life and your family is more important than any faith and belief. Your life and your family is more important than any religion in this world. Your life and your family is more important than any God or goddess in this world. It is you and your family that really matters to you. You have to take care of yourself and your family. You say, I am rich. How about your family? They are poor. If your family is poor, you are poor. No matter how rich you are in abroad, no matter how rich you are in the city, if your family are poor, you are poor. Apple can never fall far from the tree. Some of you see, you make money, but you don't want your friends to see your family members. Because when they see them, they are different from you. They don't look like you. You brag. But you are very poor, even wretched at that. You don't only labor with your hands, labor with your brain also. And those of you that are working, we have to labor. We have to work to give people knowledge of the truth. To tell people, especially Africans, that Israel never existed as a nation. To tell them that the place they call the land of Israel actually was African land, or is still African land. Because they don't know that. to tell them that the Holy Trinity or whatever Christianity, Islam, Judaism stand for, all of them are copies from African stuff. They stole all that ideas from you and rebranded it, then brought it back to you as from God. Allah said this, Jehovah said this, Yahweh said this. Then what is the God of your father say? You say nothing. No, the God I know is Jesus. One idiot came and commented on my post. He said, I don't believe, I believe in God Almighty. His name, his son is Jesus. I did not even, I just delete because I check it's not on my friend list. I just delete the comment. Most of the comment I reply is maybe people I want to educate that are not on my friend list, but if you're not on my friend list, you still tell me about God and Jesus, boom, boom. I will unfriend you, then I reply. Then if I see you still going, I will just block you, get out. How can I continue telling people lies after I found the truth, after I found out the truth? You say I've changed. No, I've not changed. I change faith. I remove faith and put fast. I fall from faith to fast. I fall from grace to brain. Instead of depending on grace now, I am using my brain. Instead of living by faith now, I'm living by fast. And my life is better as it used to be in Christianity. My life is better as it used to be in religion. I'm living a better life now. So laborers, you're supposed to labor in the world. I labor in the world. I labor in the world every day. I do research. You see, some people say, oh, you copy and paste. I say, fuck you. Blind idiot. I copy and paste. I don't just copy and paste. I have to read the whole thing. Know what I'm copying and pasting. Is that a crime to copy and paste? If it's a crime to copy and paste, then why are you going to church? Why are you going to school? When there you copy whatever they teach you, you paste it by speaking them. But because you are angry at what I'm saying, it's not agreeing with your silly faith and belief. You say copy and paste. You say he's getting crazy. You know, he's getting crazy. You haven't, just waking up. You haven't seen anything yet. The more they get upset, the more I get fueled up. The more I get pumped up. You cannot stop it. Once the truth spring up, you can never stop it. When you bury it, of course, you may think it's coming out. No matter the thickness of the concrete you use to cover the truth, it will break through and it will prevail. We don't just only labor in works, we also labor in words. We walk and to spread knowledge to the people. Laboring to exploit people or control people is evil. Although it may yield great profit, but it is evil. Just as what is going on in politics and in religion. Religious leaders, they labor to exploit people, they become rich. They buy jets, but you can't fly with them. They buy exotic cars. You cannot ride with them. Yet you say that is God's will for them. The God's will for you is to keep suffering and be hoping that one day heaven will open and God will pour his blessings down. God did not pour his blessing upon that man of God. He was exploiting money from you, tithes and offering, and investing them in businesses. That's why somebody like Apostle Suleiman will tell you that tithes cannot buy plane. Of course, because he knows he has already brainwashed you. Okay, you believe if tithes cannot buy plane, what money bought it? Let him tell you the money. Business, of course. Will he tell you his business? Then if his business, why is he praying for you for breakthrough? So do what he did also. Ask him to give you his tithe and offering. He will cost you. That man is stupid. I see what he's talking about Igbos in Nigeria. I laugh. Because that's another thing. Anybody that make little money in Nigeria, they always kick on Igbo people. And Igbo people are stupid, fooling in their churches. Every church that is booming in Africa or in Nigeria, especially in Nigeria, the most members there are Igbo people. The members that made that church to stand, they were Igbo people. Because they're the ones that really make money in Nigeria. He said nonsense. He said if Igbo man rise up, it's another Igbo man that will bring him down. I say, see this stupid man. Who has been running Nigeria since? Hausa man, the last election was Hausa man versus Hausa man. It was not Igbo man. He said when Igbo was senior president, you know how many people that become? I said, this man is stupid. And there's another nonsense thing he said. He said, your brothers don't fight in the public. He said, if another minister speak against him, he will not speak against that minister. Okay? But if he's a politician that speak to him, so a politician is not your brother. You love people in your religion. And they forgot that I shared the clip one time when he was talking against another minister that talked against another minister. But you know, because one of the things pulpit does to ministers is this, it blinds their mind that they don't remember what they said maybe some years ago or yesterday. Because brothers, what bragging does, bragging will make you forget what you said before. So even when people call you out for it, you say, no, you are misunderstanding me. You quoting me out of context. No, not out of, you say that. And that's what they say, they're relaying. Religious and political leaders are exploiting the people for profit. Then they call it what? Or they call themselves servants or servants or laborers for the people. You don't hear politicians say they are serving you. The president say they're serving you. Governors, they say they are serving the people. Nonsense. They are not serving. You can't. Anyone that believes that religious leaders and the political leaders are serving them are stupid. How can you say that? Somebody that cannot stand, that cannot stop in the hold up like you. He will just come with siren and pass you. You say you elected that person to serve you? If you elected that person to serve you, when he see the hold up or traffic jam, the person will stop and make the road start going. But they pass with siren, with military men or police escorting them. But you stand there, okay. Oh, the Lord is good. The Lord is good. Some of you leave your car in the road and go home. Tomorrow morning you come and pick it. But you said they are serving you. That's what they used to deceive you. I am a servant of God. I'm here to serve you. No, they are thieves in the name of God. That's why they tell you government, people in government, God is the one that put them there. They are ministers of God. And imagine the Pope, the Apostle, the Prophet, all of them. They claim to be servants of God, but they are exploiting the people for profit. They are liability. So I want to tell you this. Let us labor as individual and as a people. Again, that's what we must restore. When brotherhood was in place among us in Africa, brothers come together. When I mean brothers, I mean even friends. You see, maybe four of them or seven of them, they are friends. They come together. They begin to do things for help one another. If it's your turn to build a house, they come together and help you build your house. If it's time for you to cultivate your land, they come and help you cultivate your land. Everything they do it as brothers. And when they want to eat and drink, they come together in the evening or in the night and eat and drink. But today, it's no more. Today, somebody you call your friend, you put something in your drink, you die. They begin to shoot pin. Shooting pin. You can't shoot the white people pin. You can't shoot the politicians that are making life miserable for people in Nigeria pin. But the poor ones with you in your village, you are shooting them pin. The poor ones that run away to abroad and make money, come back, you are shooting pin. Or you're organizing for their kidnapping. You are stupid doing that. It's time we begin to labor again as individuals and as a people. Brotherhood has to come back unless you want to remain beggars. Africans, we have to restore brotherhood among us. That's how we can become laborers again and stop being liability to the world. You hear that China donated 500,000 bags of rice to Kenya. Shame to African leaders. Africa, a land that is a land flowing with milk and honey, a land that have manpower to build pyramids. Today, another country is giving a country in Africa rice. Nonsense. I don't blame them. Africans have decided to be beggars instead of brothers or building that brotherhood among them. And they have leaders. They say they elected. They are serving them. Slaves. Somebody, strangers giving you rice. What happened to your family? What happened to the brotherhood? It's time we begin to labor again as a family, as individual, so that we begin to reap what we sow. Stop sowing in the wrong place. Sow in your life and in your family. And you see how good or better life becomes. Thank you for sharing and thank you for listening. Peace.